Is Yasna, and I've had the pleasure of being ISF president this year. It's obviously been an unusual semester, but thanks to all our amazing members, we've still been able to have a lot of fun. Thank you all for joining this Yalda event. I know it's not how any of us expected to celebrate, but we really hope you enjoy the program our talented members have put together for the evening. Before I hand it over to our MC, Delyar, I'd like to give a quick thank you to this year's board members, our VP of Finance, membership, Oman Yazdanipur, our VPs of Programming, Sara Gamshi and Delyar Rajabi, our VP of PR, Nikzad, Secretary Nikki Amamian, Historian Anushka Vasia, and Philanthropy Chair Nikki Abadalahi. Thank you guys for being such an amazing board and everything you've done this semester. And thank you all again for joining us again tonight. I'm going to hand it over now to Delyar for the rest of the evening. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this year's Iranian Student Foundation Yalda program. My name is Delia, and I will be the Master of Ceremony this evening. We have a great program in store for all of you, and would like to take this moment to thank you all for choosing to celebrate Yalda with us tonight. I hope that you finished the semester off strong and are looking forward to winter break. Throughout this program, Justin and Sheerin will be doing 4 falls of Hafez for those of you who request one. If you want one, please privately message Sheerin. Additionally, those of you who are RSVP'd received a raffle ticket for tonight's event. I will be announcing the winners at the end of the program, so please stay tuned for that. We are starting our evening off with a presentation about Shabe Yalda by Ali and Anahita. Please welcome them, and please keep your mics on mute during the performances, but please feel free to clap after. If you would like to also turn your cameras on, we would greatly appreciate that.
Hi everyone, I'm Anahita Eshaghi, and I'll be presenting about the winter solstice with Ali Rajabi about the story behind Shabe Yalda.
Thank you, Anahita. So, what is the winter solstice? The solstice marks the beginning of astronomical winter in the northern hemisphere. This occurs when one of the poles has its maximum tilt away from the sun, as you can see in the picture. It is the longest night and shortest day of the year, and every day after this day starts getting a little bit longer. A fun fact is that on this day, if you stand outside at noon, you'll be able to see your longest shadow.
So why do Iranians decide to celebrate Shabe Yalda? So on the night of Siyam Azar, we celebrate Yalda. On Yekoma Day, Iranians mark the beginning of winter in their Iranian calendar. This day is called Khorram Ruz, or Joyful Day, because it is believed that Ahriman, the evil spirit, was defeated. Shabe Yalda is also called Shabe Chele, and it originates from a Syriac word meaning rebirth. Syriac was spoken among very early Christians, and somehow this word was imported into the Persian language. The renewal of the sun and the victory of light over darkness is celebrated on this day, since after this day, the day starts getting longer. And ancient Iranians believed that evil forces were very dominant on the longest night of this year, so they would gather together until the evil was gone. Ancient Zoroastrians celebrated the birth of an angelic divinity called Mithra, the god of light, and the rising sun after Yalda. Today, Yalda is an amazing excuse for families to get together, have fun, and celebrate their culture.
So what do we put on the table for Yalda? There are many things that we put on the table, as you can see in the picture, but the most notable come down to watermelons, pomegranates, and divan and hafez. Watermelons are displayed because Iranians believe those who begin by eating summer fruits would not fall ill during the cold season. And we also display pomegranates since they improve blood flow and keep arteries from getting stiff, as well as it serves as a reminder of the cycle of life and rebirth. Divan Hafez is used for Faale Hafez, where each member of a family makes a wish and opens the book to a random page. The eldest member of the family reads that page aloud, and whatever is expressed in that poem is believed to be the interpretation of the wish and whether and how it will come true.
So some old traditions and practices that Yalda entails is, first of all, setting up the Yalda display, which Ali just showed and went into detail about. And lighting of the fireplace is also important because fire will symbolize the sun and brightness, which we talked about before. And it also keeps the evil away and is significant in Zoroastrianism. And sitting around a kursi is also a nice tradition. And a kursi is a low table where we put, like, the pictures on the right actually are example, like, show them. There's a low table, they put blankets over it, there's a heater under the blankets, and everyone just, like, all family members put their feet under the blanket and it warms them up. And also Faale Hafez and reading and reciting Shahnameh.
So Yalda in literature, Yalda symbolizes many things in Persian poetry, such as separation from a loved one, loneliness, and waiting. After Shabe Yalda, a transformation takes place. The waiting is over, light shines in, and goodness prevails. We have chosen two poems from Sadi. The first being, "With all my pains, there is still hope of recovery. Like the eve of Yalda, there will finally be an end." And then the second, "The sight of you each morning is a new year. Any night of your departure is the eve of Yalda."
So one final thing is, if you look to the left, that is the oldest picture that can be found of a family celebrating Yalda. But all the pictures of the right show recent pictures. So Yalda is still very much celebrated today. And families all look forward to it to get together. Thank you so much for coming to our presentation, and I hope you liked it.
Thank you for that informative and creative presentation. I know that we all enjoyed learning more about the Persian culture. Now for our first fall of Hafez, I will welcome Sheerin and Justin. Again, please, if you would like one, message Sheerin.
Hi everyone. So the first fall is for Nick. Love isn't safe. It's a dangerous road. There's no choice but to leave life to chance. Love must always be welcome in your heart. Goodness must always be welcome at home and away. Wisdom leads me to the place of wine. Through wisdom is unwelcome in this land. My martyrdom is the fault of the beloved. I rode to my fate on a chariot of love. The moon of my love is not visible to the naked eye. Only eyes that can see will spot my natural moon. Drink and make the most of your moment. Few people know what this chance is worth. You do not listen to Hafez's cries. Won't your hardened hearts be touched by my story?
Thank you, Justin. Very cool.
And I'm going to say it in Farsi for you, Nick. Ready? عشق و دوستی را باید همیشه در قلبت و خوبی را در خانه و همه جا خوش آمد بگو.
Merci, Sheerin June.
What a beautiful poem. Thank you so much to both of you. Our next performer is not a stranger to the big stage. It is a pleasure to welcome Milad for a performance of Shabe Toolani. Again, please make sure you are on mute, and for the best experience, put him on speaker view.
So, yeah.
Can I sing along?
I don't know how that would work with the time delay from Zoom. But I mean,
حفظم هنوز like
by the time when I play and then it'll go, like, it'll be transmitted to you and then you'll sing, and by the time it gets back to me it'll be off, and then
Okay.
I'll get tripped up and whatever. Okay. This is Shabe Toolani by Ali Mollai. It only came out a few years ago, but it is such an instant classic that it feels like it's been around forever. Also the only song really that's like catchy and about Yalda. So here goes. شب طولانی کنار اونایی که دوستشون داری یا دوست دارن و تو خوشحالی جای یه چند تا مسافر قدیمی پیش ما خالی آخ تو شب یلدای منی دیوونه دوست داشتنی لبای تو رنگ انار و هندونه شیرینیش کم میاره پیش بوسه های تو که غم نداره غم نداره غم نداره آخ تو شب یلدای منی دیوونه دوست داشتنی لبای تو رنگ اناره و هندونه شیرینیش کم میاره پیش بوسه های تو که جنس یاره جنس یاره جنس یاره تو مثل بارونی تو دل مهمونی دلم و دلم و دلم میمیره واسه تو که جونی تو این شب یلدا که نمیشه فردا دلم و دلم و دلم میره با تو ته رویا آخ تو شب یلدای منی دیوونه دوست داشتنی لبای تو رنگ انار و هندونه شیرینیش کم میاره پیش بوسه های تو که غم نداره غم نداره غم نداره آخ تو شب یلدای منی دیوونه دوست داشتنی لبای تو رنگ انار و هندونه شیرینیش کم میاره پیش بوسه های تو که جنس یاره جنس یاره جنس یاره آخ تو شب یلدای منی. Thank you. That was my first time singing in front of an audience and playing piano at the same time. And I guess it wasn't a true audience, but I'm glad you guys were here to see it and hope you guys enjoyed it.
Thank you, Milad. That was a beautiful rendition. For the second Faale Hafez of the night, I will welcome Sheerin and Justin again.
Okay, this one is for Yekta. It's called The Rose Looks Like Dark Wine. The rose looks like dark wine. The nightingale sings its praises. Wander through the fields with the book of love. This isn't the time for giving lectures. The drunken judge proclaimed last night, drinking is wickedness and embezzlement is wrong. The wine is written for you, but not for long. Enjoy the wine and musicians while you can. Or worry about looking pious and of good reputation. Hide from people in the world. Being a priest is good business after all. Pretending to be pious earns priests more money than a goldsmith or a weaver. Hafez, these words are secrets for wise men. They are gold to the mystic that knows true gold.
تا زنده هستی و میتوانی از شادی که به نام تو نوشته شده است و نوای ساز نوازندگان لذت ببر.
Thank you for yet another beautiful poem. If you guys would like one, please message Sheerin. Since we are unable to have a dance performance this year, ISF has prepared a video montage of previous dance performance by ISF students that will play next.
تو شب یلدای من یلدای من یلدای من یلدای من
DJ PS
Remix یه شب طولانی کنار اونایی که دوستشون داری دوست دارن و تو خوشحالی جای یه چند تا مسافر قدیمی پیش ما خالی آخ تو شب یلدای منی دیوونه دوست داشتنی لبای تو رنگ اناره با هندونه شیرینیش کم میاره پیش بوسای تو که غم نداره غم نداره غم نداره تو شب یلای منی دیوونه دوست داشتنی لبای تو رنگ اناره با هندونه شیرینیش کم میاره پیش بوسای تو که جنس یاره جنس یاره جنس یاره تو مثل بارونی تو دل مهمونی دلم میمیره واسه تو که جونی تو این شب یلدا که نمیشه فردا دلم میره با تو تا ته رویا
شب یلدای منی دیوونه دوست داشتنی لبای تو رنگ اناره و هندونه شیرینیش هم میاره میشه بوسه های تو که غم نداره غم نداره غم نداره
شب یلدای منی دیوونه دوست داشتنی لبای تو رنگ اناره با هندونه شیرینیش کم میاره پیش بوسای تو که جنس یاره جنس یاره جنس یاره تو شب یلدای منی
ISF truly does have some very talented students, and we are looking forward to enjoying a live dance performance soon. Now for our last two faals of Hafez, I will welcome Justin and Sheerin again.
So this third poem is for Delyar. Good news, lovely nightingale. The garden is filled with life again. Warm wind, when you fly along the pastures, send word to the delicate flowers. I will stay forever at the door of the tavern, because the serving girl is too beautiful to miss. Beloved, I have lost myself in love sickness for you. In your heart, I sail as safely as in Noah's Ark. Those who condemn the drinkers will lose all their piousness and beliefs in the tavern. Why do people struggle to make goals out of greed, when they know that someday we will all end in the grave? Hafez, drink, and be a friend to bandits if you like, but never dare to go near the criminal priests.
مژده ای بلبل عوضخوان که باغ زندگی دوباره پر از شادی شده. چرا هدفمان زیاده خواهی باشد با آنکه می‌دانیم که همه ما روزی دیگر نخواهیم بود. Okay, that was our third one. And then our last one is for Sahar. So it's called Come Now, Don't Depend on the House of Chance. Okay, come now, don't depend on the house of chance. Serve wine to all you see, your life will soon be done. I'm the slave of him under one sky who is entirely free of all attachment. Last night I was in the tavern, drunk and making merry. I hear the djinn bring good news. Ambitious falcon, don't think yourself grand for flying high. Your nest is a home to sorrow and grief. The minaret of heaven cries out, this material trap is too small to be worthy of you. Remember, my son, don't fret over sorrows, over the passing concerns of what is and may come. Enough with your moping, says the inner voice. Find happiness in the moment, for there is nothing else. Don't chase after the future or cling to the present. Too many have taken this false hag for their bride. There's no percentage in wanting a rose to bloom forever. The heartless nightingale's call lasts only an eve. And do not envy Hafez's poetry. It is only borrowed from the creator of all things.
شادی را در لحظه ها بجوی، غم گذشته ها را نخور و نگران آنچه که شاید بیاید نخور.
Thank you, Justin and Sheerin, for reciting these poems. I have really enjoyed hearing you guys read and interpret the poems throughout the night. The last event of the night will be the raffle as promised. Our first prize is an ISF t-shirt, and Yasna will do the drawing now. Our winner is Ramiz Vatan. I think one of the members will privately message you guys. Our second prize is an ISF t-shirt, and the winner is Bahram Zandi. And the last prize of the night is a gift card from Catering by Mina for 2 entrees and an appetizer. And the winner is Ria Gupta. Congratulations once again to our lucky winners. On behalf of the Iranian Student Foundation at UMD, we hope you enjoyed our program and would like to wish you a happy and prosperous Yalda holiday. Thank you for joining us, and you're more than welcome to remain on the call and continue the night away by talking to others. I have really enjoyed being your MC. Thank you again.
Thank you, everyone.